Hi everyone, I think you can hear me. Hopefully you can. This is Vathani Navsodi. Welcome to all of you. This is a day of celebration. It's just gone 3 o'clock UK time, and that means it's 10 o'clock in the States, Eastern time, and 7 a.m. And I'm sorry that it's a little bit early. It is 7 o'clock in the morning for people in the Pacific time. But if you are joining me throughout from the start, mid-flow, or just beat on the recording, welcome to all of you. We are here really to celebrate something very special and very dear to me. And I know if you're listening to this, it's definitely something dear to you too. And that is elephant, all about elephant. And today is a very special day. And what that is just basically a World Elephant Day that we are celebrating worldwide. And I thought, what better way than to, I'm just going to see if there's anybody coming in and I'll make sure that they all join. I thought, what better way than to celebrate online, because many people can't get out there. Local things might be too far for them. There may not be events going on in the local vicinity for you to be able to even join. So I thought, it just occurred to me, and I thought I want to do this, and it doesn't matter if people joined me only at the back end of a replay. I wanted to put the intention out there. And I think this is where it is so important. I think we are moving in a world where everything is fear-based, and we are worried about the rapid decline of our most cherished beings, those elephants in the wild. I'm not talking about the ones in captivity or the ones in circus or the ones that are made to work. I mean, we know that's going on as well. But at least they will be kept alive. At least they will, as long as they have a purpose, there is a sense that they will continue to live. Whereas left up to the poachers because of the ivory trade and all the ludicrous notion of medicine from the skin of the animal and the body parts of our precious animals like elephant, the rate of poaching and the ivory carving trade and the brutality of the way in which they are murdered, that's all our minds are preoccupying. So really just to introduce you to this thing, because our energies are so consumed in thinking about the fight that we have in preventing these precious animals, safeguarding them through protesting, lobbying, turning up for marches, global marches, writing to MPs. Everything that we are doing is so consumed in that place of desperation, out of fear, out of fear for their welfare, fear for their life, hour to hour, moment to moment, minute to minute. We don't know. Every 15 minutes, as we know, there's an elephant being killed, being shot, being killed. So it's, the reality of what we're facing is very real. So really just to invite you into this world is that today the focus is something different. We want to celebrate their life. We want to celebrate everything about elephants. What are they? Why are they special to us? Why do we love them so much? What's so amazing about them? And how do they end up helping us through symbology, through cultural meanings, religious undertones? There is so much more to this. I mean, they don't just, they're not the biggest, amazing, the farmers of the ecosystem as they, roam the world and, allow for a land to prosper. But they are much more needed. I mean, our generations needs to see them and marvel at these amazing beings, these gentle giants, the largest animal on land. And yet, we don't all have access to them. We don't all, unless we go to the zoo, we don't see them. We don't get to appreciate what they are. We don't see them in their real life habitat that we ought to. So this is really an invitation to not only celebrate, but to think outside of our fears, outside of our uh, everyday fights to save them, but to get into a place where we can actually send out this amazing love and prosperity and vitality and healing energy and well-meaning wishes straight from our hearts. And if we can do that on a connected level, I think we can make a difference. I mean, some of you will agree with this, some of you will not see the logical sense in this, but for today, for the next 45 minutes, if you can just humor me and go with the processes that we're going to go through. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be engaging. We're going to be interactive. And I want it to be interactive. And I'm hoping families are joining us. And I'm hoping that children are watching this too. I hope, you're very much part of our future generation. And we want you to be part of this process too. So wherever you are, whichever part of the world you're coming from, doesn't matter, and we want you all to take on board this notion that wherever we are, whatever we are facing, wherever we are at the time of our lives, we can sit with the purest of our hearts, with the cleanest of intentions, and send the vibrations of well-meaning wishes towards these wonderful elephants, and hopefully that will reach them, that will somehow touch them, that will impact them like a rippling effect. And so we will do that. So part of this part of today is that we're going to do a 15-minute guided meditation, and I want you to just join in and humor yourself, or just listen in, even if you don't have to close your eyes or anything like that if you don't want to. But I'd like to get started with this, and let's see whether anybody is joining me. It's now literally 8 past 3 minutes, 8 past 3, and I'm hoping people will join us as and when. I see 2 people, but they're being very shy and not joining the on the system. It shows, but it doesn't actually show the faces, so I can't see them. Okay, so at any point you want to switch on your camera and join me live, that's great, please do. So really, to begin with, I just want to invite you to think about, what does it mean to appreciate, to love, to fight for these amazing elephants? What they stand for? What do they mean to you personally? There is a chat box on the corner if you want to. If you just literally type in your response to what you love about elephants, that'd be great, because I think we could share that and we can go around, and whoever joins us intentionally or virtually or through just typing pad, just write down what you feel is, that you love about it. I mean, I'll start the process. So for me, the fact that they are this huge mammoth, larger than life animals, pure size-wise, yet there's this level of gentleness and tenderness, the kind of kindness that, a mother will display towards her baby, or the kind of gentleness that a lover will show to her lover, or the kind of compassion that an elderly will be shown, or the elderly will show to the generation below, and becoming more tolerant. There's the softness, there's the gentleness, because we see that. We see the way they are in the wild, even in the captivated environment, or national parks, or sanctuaries world over. You see this. I mean, I had the luxury of going to Thailand last year, and you see the magnificent way in which they all gel and blend and become a herd. They are abandoned, they're not from original herd, but once they get introduced, they amalgamate and they integrate, and quickly the strongest bonds are formed. And it's not just the matriarchal society within their culture, but what they have is this belonging, and a sense that, we all belong. Yet we humans don't practice that often. We have such difficulty from our egoic state or what have you. We have such resistance towards, wanting to embrace everybody. and to become amalgamated oneness of united front. We fear unity because we want to hold on to our individualities. We want to hold on to our own identities. We want to hold on to what feels is ours and ours alone. And why should we share that? And the more we think like that, the more we become an island. Elephants don't think like that. Elephants don't think in the way that they put themselves out for the youngs, for the fellow herd welfare and benefit before they risk, they risk their own lives to be able to preserve the livelihood and the welfare of the rest of the herd. And to me, that is simple, yet it's a far-reaching wisdom that we can all be inspired by, we can all embrace, we can all, watch and absorb, because there's something very humbling about the way that they can teach us this simplest thing that we used to have. We used to be able to display, we used to be able to be part of. Yet the more we evolve, the more we get sophisticated, the more we, thrive under the influence of technology and sophistications and wealth and status and class and prestigious nature in which the world we live in, the more isolated we are becoming. So many people who are successful are isolated, lonely people living in their own apartments or in their own houses, vast space, yet no one else to share it with. There's no intimacy. Yet you look at these amazing animals and you see how they are, how they interact, how they babysit each other's calves, and the way they nourish. They even, produce milk to continue feeding the other young ones so that, that the young ones actually can thrive. Those are so precious. I mean, how often we go up in arms. There was a program a couple of days ago about breast milk being shared by other mothers to give to their babies because they can't themselves produce milk. So they are using other mothers' milk. And there's a huge uproar in terms of, is it safe? Is it good? I mean, yes, there is absolutely, obviously there's elements of that. But, when you're thinking about a mother to mother, you want your young to thrive, and your intentions pretty much decides that's the mission, that's the aim, that's the goal. And that's it. It's as simple as that. It's for survival. It's about thriving. It's about love. It's about sharing that thing that you have that is precious, that you're able to give. So, there's so many parallels. And to me, that single-handedly wins over the way in which they work together in a communal sense. They work together in a collective spiritual way. I mean, they don't have religion. They don't care about religion. It's a man-made concept. Yet, when you watch them, when you see them in movement, there's something serene, something so tranquil, something so divine about it. Something so basically humbling. So if you want to put your little comment about what it is that you appreciate about elephants, that'd be great. Just so I can read it out and share it with everybody else too. Some of the other qualities are that they are very protective. They rarely express a violent nature or a defensive mechanism or aggression, unless it's truly, truly warranted. It's really, really called for. And usually it's really to protect the young, really to protect the herd from a perceived threat or an actual threat. Now, how often do we exercise that? I mean, we get defensive, we get defensive about the slightest thing somebody said or somebody did or didn't do, the considerations of it. We get so caught up with the triviality of the way that we think that everybody needs to follow to our agendas. The differences are just too vast, and we want everybody else to be a clone of us. And ultimately, these animals don't have that. They just bare essential. It's only for survival mechanism. If they see a threat to their youngs or to their own herd, that's it. That's when they flare up and their ears strike out. They're in a charging position. Their trunks goes up. They're sensorily connected. They are literally going forward, and they don't wait around. When they are determined, when they're going forward, they literally go for you. So they charge at you. You do not want to be in a firing line when an elephant is charging at you. So that's something beautiful to witness too. So because it's a chosen, well chosen, and a very precise, simple thing, and it's a rare charging. And underneath it all is the choosing of when is it necessary and when is it not necessary. And at the best of times, they're the most gentle. I mean, if you've ever had the privilege of being touched by an elephant's trunk, and if it literally, hovers over you or touches you or strokes your face, you will understand the gentleness. I mean, there's so many muscles around the trunk of the elephant that moves it, that articulates it. And that's why when you see the baby elephants trying to get a grip on the use of the trunk, and it goes all floppy and it just literally spins and it starts to spin it around. It's so joyful and so fun. Oops, my elephant's fallen. It's quite hilarious to see that. But once they start to understand how best to use it, how best to utilize the trunks, it is the most gentle and the dexterity. I mean, when you see the elephant pick up a smallest of nuts or smallest of fruits, to cleverly pick it up and turn it around and to feed it back into its mouth, it's the most amazing thing, and it's a very mesmerizing sight that you can actually see. So just seeing those kind of moments are so precious, so rare, so privileged place to be able to see something like that up close and personal. And if you've ever gone to anywhere where you can see elephants close up like that, it's a magnificent thing, and it's the most joyful of moments. And you forget who you are, you forget all your worries, and you forget all the materialistic man-made concepts and situations, and you can just immerse yourself in that moment, and you realize just how simple that moment is. It's watching something so beautiful. This brute force this animal can display, yet there is this incredible softness, incredible tenderness, incredible loving way in which it uses its body, it uses its mind, it uses its intentions, it uses its purposeful movements. And when you see them grazing, just literally grazing in the savannah, or whether it's in the fields or in a sanctuary, having been rescued, for example, it is quite joyful the way they go about. They just sort of move in packs, and they explore. They just got no agenda other than to just feed, to leisure. Again, it's such an amazing, important thing to watch. So one of the things that I want to do is to really get ourselves into that vibration, because I know that people are watching, but they're not coming on to the call. So that's okay. I'm quite happy with that. As long as you're part of this, or even on the recording, and I want you to just send out today the love, good wishes, well-meaning intentions, and most of all, if you could just send that beautiful positive vibration towards them, wherever these elephants are. They could all do with our love. They could all do with our thoughts today and every day. But of course, if today's all you can consciously think about them, then that's still great, because I think, how often do we think about elephants every day? That's not always the truth, unless you've got them on your screensaver like me or something like that. But as long as they're in your heart, as long as you are meaning well, and you are, for today, just for today, you're parking that fighting, that petitions, the banners, the shouts, the slogans, the strong letters to the GP. Just today, just park all of that. Just hold this amazing mental image of a favorite elephant of yours that you've witnessed on TV, on a documentary, maybe on YouTube channel, some playful clip that you saw, or just the last time that you ever went to a zoo or a safari or a sanctuary, elephant sanctuary, and you were lucky enough to see them up close and personal. If you could just hold that image and then just send out that amazing energy, that would be great. So I'm going to just take us through the 15 minutes. It won't be 15 minutes really, it's just a short 10 minutes intentional healing energy, loving energy that I want you to join in. And if you're listening to this on a replay, fine. Whenever you're listening to it, just hold that thought, send it out, and that would be great for them to be in the receiving end of it, because we're all connected in this universe. We're all connected way beyond the land, this earth, the planet Earth, and we are made of the cosmos, and we are part of everything. And that means if we were to entertain that notion, we are connected, and the elephants are connected, one with us. So just from your heart, if you send out this good intention today, I'm sure that they will feel it. I'm sure they will be receiving it, and I'm sure they will flourish as a result of that little pot of gold that you're sending their way. Okay, so I thank you for that, and I say that from the bottom of my heart. So let's do some meditation. I'm going to, if you want to, if you've got a candle with you and you want to join with a candle, that's fine if you've got one. Otherwise, I am going to put this next to you, and I want you to literally gaze into this, or if you want to close your eyes, that's great as well. We're going to start doing this meditation. So sit comfortably somewhere where you feel that you're not going to be disturbed for the next 10 minutes, say. And you can close your eyes, and I am going to close my eyes, so please feel free to do the same. And basically what you're going to do is focus in on your breath, how you're breathing. Take a lovely deep breath in. Fill your lungs and breathe out. Take another deep breath in. Imagine the love, restoration of energies, washing away, breathing out all that is unwanted in this moment in time. As you take a deep breath in, just imagine this white golden light is what you're breathing in. A sense of purity, clean, fresh, oxygenated air as it comes in through your lungs, into your every single sac of your lungs, filling in, revitalizing you, setting you up for this intentional work that we are about to do collectively, as a collective consciousness, as one. And breathe out all your fears for these wonderful animals, all your worries, your concerns, your anger about the rate in which they get slaughtered. Just for today, just for now, we're going to be focusing and celebrating the positives as we amplify that. So center yourself, breathing in, filling your lungs, that purest of intention, and breathing out anything that no longer serves you. So breathe in pure love, vitality, energy, strength. Zest, energy. Breathe out any tension, any blocks, your own fears and anxieties, any upsets that might have happened today. Now imagine yourself standing in a lovely landscape, a savanna perhaps, a beautiful warm terrain, open, warm, a gentle breeze, but a comfortable, warm climate. And you see in front of you two triangles merged into one, three-sided triangle, one facing up, one facing down, merged in the middle. And you see a gateway. And so you walk forward and you step into these triangles in the center. And once you stepped in, it feels cozy, warm, safe, and secure. And you gently start to notice the triangles, the pyramids are spinning. One spinning clockwise and the other spinning the opposite way, anti-clockwise. It slowly starts to gather some momentum. A gentle speed starts to build in that spin. And you notice your heart is glowing. The more the triangles rotate, the more your glow becomes obvious. You can see this beautiful golden white light emanating straight from your heart, pulsing, growing, expanding, wider and wider. That's right. You are there intentionally willing and wanting to send out love to these amazing giants, elephants of the world, every part of this world, every corner of this earth. And as you sense that pyramid spinning faster and faster, your golden white glow, the light from your heart, expands wider and wider. And it now reaches wider than that triangle, and wider still, as it keeps expanding, vibrationally getting faster and faster. And each time you breathe in love and you send out love, you breathe in peace, you breathe out peace. You breathe in wellness, you breathe out wellness to these wonderful animals that you love so dearly. And as it expands, your golden white light from your center of your heart, nothing else seems to matter other than these beautiful souls from each and every single elephant that you know exist on this minute. And so you set an intention to send out love, positive vibration, healing thoughts where healing is needed, protection where protection is needed. Imagine that triangles, this pyramids expanding, spinning faster and faster. And your golden white light emanating from your center of your heart, widening, expanding, amplifying, expanding beyond the country that you now live, covering all oceans, expanding furthermore. Before you know it, it's expanded to the full surface area and covers the whole planet Earth, enveloping, encompassing in that pure, unconditional love. Love intended for these elephants, these magnificent beings, from your heart directly to their hearts. Each and every single one. That's right. Imagine that vibrant, pure, emanating light, this golden white light from your heart, touching every strand of those elephant souls, wherever they may be on this planet, reaching out, connecting, becoming one in that moment, pulsing, radiating, restoring their faith, their love, their aspirations, their well-being, their welfare, through the strongest connections of them all, love vibration. So while I stay quiet for a minute or two, I want you to imagine that strong bond, you radiating from inside those pyramids, spinning on opposite directions, inside that pyramid, you vibrating from your heart source, pure, bright, white golden light emanating, strands reaching out to each and every single elephant out there on this planet. And see yourself sending out that purest vibration of love, healing, protection, positive vibration, well wishes, strength, abundance, nourishment, whatever they need. Send it out intentionally from your heart to their hearts while I stay quiet for a minute or two. And as you breathe, the elephants breathe with you. As you breathe out, they breathe out in the same manner. You feel that connection, that oneness, that same vibration of that purest form of unconditional love, connecting you to those beings that you love and cherish the most. That's right. I see these amazing, gentle giants thriving, flourishing in their own environment, in their own herds, having everything that they ever need. The nearby watering hole, the love of their family herd, the perfect conditions of the weathers and the climates, wherever in the world they may be. Safety, peace, tranquility, fun, excitement, enjoyment, adventures, whatever their hearts seek, whatever their souls seek, imagining them having it all. So go ahead, take a minute to visualize that blissful savannah, that blissful scene that you want to see these animals, these gorgeous, gentle giants our elephants are, perfectly living in their harmony, in the environment that they belong, how God intended them to be, how we want them to be, where we need them to be. Visualize it and feel that wonderful feeling it gives you. Take a moment to see that in your mind's eye now. That's right. Whenever you want to send and amplify this feel-good feeling, wellness, protection, safety, love, abundance, nourishment, everything our elephants ever want, the love of their own family heard. You just have to hold on to this picture that you've created in your mind's eye and send it some positive vibration that way. And as we are all connected in the cosmos, in the universe, your intentions, if they're coming from the purest of your heart, it will help. It will help strengthen the lives, the livelihoods, the happy state, the playful, happy, joyful existence of our elephants that we want for them. Now, imagine yourself walking up to the matriarch of that herd, usually the biggest elephant, the wisest elephant that you could see that stands out. Slowly walk towards her. Notice what she looks like. Her tusk, her trunk, her friendly ears flapping. Go by and stand right next to her, face to face, eye to eye, your soul to soul. And as you gaze into the eyes of this matriarch, imagine being able to visualize and feel and sense what she feels and senses. Hear what she's saying to you. Feel the message that she wants to give you. Perhaps a wisdom, a word of encouragement, a returning of her own love towards you, a gift, a key message. Whatever it is, just take a moment to tune in and feel that connection and that message. You accept that wisdom, the gift, the words from the matriarch. You gently touch her on the skin. It's a way of acknowledgement. It's a way of thank you. It's a way of loving her in every being, from every fiber of your cellular level to the every fiber cellular level of hers, connecting through that touch, through that empathy. And you say your farewell, be it with a hug, be it with a smile. She will know and you'll know. And when it's time, walk back to your pyramids, your Merkaba, and allow it to transport back to where you need to be, in the here and now, where you are. Visualize that heart glowing golden white light starting to shrink away from covering the entire Mother Earth, pulling back your energies, narrowing, dimming down, slowly pulling back into yourself, into your solar plexus where your heart is. It's getting smaller and smaller, pulling back to your country, the region where you are, and eventually bringing it right back to your heart, into yourself. Now send out that beautiful white glowing golden white light through your spine, through your legs, into the ground of Mother Earth. Maybe feel the earth right now. Go ahead and touch it with your feet. Move your feet so you can feel the ground underneath your feet. Now send back that energy through your spine, all the way up, along the spine, through all the way to your head and above. Visualize it like a shower coming out of your head. Fountain light, golden white light, basking in that glorious light of love that you connected with the elephant. Grounding you, connecting you, stabilizing you, bringing you back to where you need to be now. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and come back to this room. All right. I hope you were able to join. It's really relaxing, isn't it? Always very spacious, and it feels like a floaty energy. It's a very beautiful energy when you work with what we just did. Is a visualization combined with a powerful form of meditation where you work with your pyramids, what we call the two pyramids upside down into each other. It's called the Merkaba. And when you do meditative work, it's the most powerfulest form of meditation that you could possibly do, especially when you're wanting to send out love vibration to somebody or something. And today we managed to do that for our elephants, and I hope you were able to do that and follow it and enjoy a bit of that too. Okay, friends, so it's now, wow, I didn't realize the time. Okay, so if I just want to see whether, yeah, there's no chat going on the thing either. That's fine. Just close that bit out. Oops. Okay, so what I want to close with is just one wish in your mind, or say it out loud. I'm going to say it out loud and I'm going to announce it to the world. That's what I want. It's basically one wish. I want you to think about that one wish that you want to send out to the elephants of the world. If you could just send them out one wish in the whole wide world, what would that be? It could be about health, it could be about vitality, it could be about love, it could be about safety. Whatever it is, we're going to send out that energy and make that wish. And I will, once you finish, I'm going to metaphorically blow this candle out. Okay? So my wish, my one wish, is that they thrive world over, whatever naturally, unhindered by man-made influences, just thriving in their own capacity through whatever their time that they are meant to live on this earth plane. Each and every single elephant out there, I want them to be in that natural habitat where they belong and the most happiest environment that they wish to be in. And most of all, just that place of thriving. I think that pretty much sums up what we would want for our elephants from all of you anyway. So I think that might be the thing that you're wishing for. But if not, please go ahead and make your own personal wish, whatever that might be. Go ahead and intentionally just put it out there and just imagine that vibration of that well wish going out there into the universe and reaching every single elephants out there as they receive it and soak up that well-meaning intention from your purest of souls. That is your heart, your unconditional heart. So I've made mine, and I hope you have too. So I'm just going to wrap this this little celebration, and thank you all for joining me, whether you've joined me live, whether you've just watched me, or you watched me on a replay, because this link becomes, actually I might have to post it, but I will post it. I'll put a link on the event page and you can watch it. So I thank you. I just want you to take, maybe if you didn't get to join live, just take a minute maybe and send some good energies out there for elephants all over the world, and send them your well-meaning vibrations. Make it positive, keep it clean, and don't put any negative aspects of it. Just keep it simple, just keep it pure, keep it straight from your heart to their heart, and that way it usually keeps it as it's needed for them. So friends, elephant lovers all over the world, thank you so much. I hope you have an incredibly beautiful World Elephant Day today. Today is the 12th of August 2018. We'll meet again virtually or otherwise. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.